What is up, everyone? It is Jake with Master Football, back at it again. Here we go, man. It's the draft. Let's go. All right. Oh, man. All right. Before we get started, please like, share, subscribe. Again, mostly just the like and the subscribe. If you share, awesome. In fact, shares would be really appreciated. But definitely the subscribe, definitely the like. Please get those going. All right, let's get into it. All right, so what we are going to do today, we are going to be having our draft reaction special. All 32 picks, a couple seconds per pick. We'll just see how it kind of goes. We will give instant analysis on how it goes. There's also a couple news stories we might have to bring up as well. There's some Aaron Rodgers trade rumors that are coming up. We will address those during the draft. But without further ado, let's get going on our reactions. So here it is. Pick is in. So I'm going to be having the PFF up. I'm going to make sure I'm going to have their broadcast up just because for some reason ESPN Plus app, I couldn't have the ESPN broadcast. So looks like we're going to do PFF. But anyways, we will have the reaction here. Again, I'm going to react right now. Okay. It's Trevor Lawrence. I'm not even going to wait for this. Okay. It's Trevor Lawrence. He's going to be the pick. You know, we will see. Gosh, it's because he is such a good prospect. I mean, he's one of those guys. I mean, we were talking about this guy when he was 16 years old. So all eyes are on him. We'll see if he's the kind of guy where people want to go to the team with him. But let's check it out. But that is it, my friend. Trevor Lawrence, the pick is in, quarterback from Clemson to the Jacksonville Jaguars. All right, New York Jets, Zach Wilson. We knew this was coming. I think that this was out for a couple of weeks now. I think that the big aspect of this is that it's going to reset that quarterback rookie contract. They've got not 5 years of rookie quarterback contract that they can make do with. So they'll be able to go after a lot of free agents, spend a lot of money in free agency. Like the pick. I mean, do I think he's a huge talent upgrade over Sam Darnold? No. He's got a lot of work to do. Remember, the Jets were not good. So we'll see how he does. But I understand the direction they're going.
George.
Pick is in.
Trey Lance.
That's who it is?
It's Trey Lance.
All right.
Lance.
Let's go, all right,
baby.
I felt like this was coming. Okay.
Thank you.
I have been railing on the Niners for weeks now, okay? I've been railing on the Niners for weeks now because Mac Jones there's not a significant difference between Mac Jones and Jimmy G, but Trey Lance comes in, sits a year, waits it out, gets some reps. Jimmy G plays, contract expires, they trade him away. Again, this makes all the sense in the world. The Niners are projecting to the future. They're trying to do the Patrick Mahomes thing that the Chiefs did. Love this pick.
PFF grade in 2020. It's the highest grade among any college player, not just tight ends.
So,
Mike?
6'6", 245 pounds, runs a 4.40.
All right, Kyle Pitts to the Falcons. I had this predicted. It's not a hard prediction, okay? There is nothing in this draft that looks like Kyle Pitts. A lot of people said he was the best receiver in the draft as a tight end. The closest NFL comparison is Darren Waller, but again, you can see him here. He was the only option that the Florida had. They were throwing the ball a ton. Love this pick. Now, who knows? Maybe Julio's trade bait. We don't know there. But, they definitely, there's nothing that looks like Kyle Pitts. Willing blocker, you see right there. Love him as a player. Great pick.
Corner. That's A.J. Terrell. That was a first rounder from last year. Just mossing him at the catch point. He gave him over 200 yards in that game. He did.
Joe Burrow gets his way. He was apparently pounding the table for Jamar Chase, his boy from LSU. He gets him. Again, you can't really go wrong with Jamar Chase. I mean, even if you've got some good receivers, you got T. Higgins, you got a couple other guys. I think that can't go wrong with this. Like the pick.
Wide receiver. He didn't play a lot last year.
Yo.
When he did, awesome.
This is the first shocker here. Pick number 6, Jalen
Waddle.
Waddle.
Wants to make Tyreek Hill count.
Obviously
He's the closest thing to Tyreek
explosive.
Hill
You
we've
see
seen.
the kick return
You watch
right
what
here.
he can do in the return game.
Gosh, I mean, gotta mute that. Sorry about that. I mean, I had Jamar Chase going to the Dolphins at 6. This is crazy. Yeah, this pick number 7. Okay, Penei Sewell is on the clock. Okay, we will see what happens, my friend. Okay, Penei Sewell's on the clock. Justin Fields are on the clock. There's going to be some trades up for these picks. I guarantee it. This is crazy. But in terms of Jalen Waddle, they get an explosive guy. They get a game breaker. Can't really fault it. Can't really fault it. Not super big on this pick, but we'll see. All right. Sorry, Chris Collinsworth. I really want to talk about this. Okay, Penei Sewell. The Lions didn't mess it up. Best offensive line. I mean, when he was 18 years old, when he took the field against Auburn a couple years ago, he won the Outland Trophy that year. He was the best offensive lineman in the country at 18 to 19 years old. That's freakish. Can't make a wrong decision here. Love the pick. Just wait for the board. It came to them. The Lions didn't mess it up. Love it.
Defensive player has been picked up off the Tinder board here, which is J.C. Horn. They took J.C. Horn, cornerback from South Carolina. I got a weird look from Austin Gale there. I was trying to...
All right, J.C. Horn, really highly rated, really good corner. I felt like actually the Panthers were okay corner. I know they had got rid of Rasul Douglas. I actually think it might have been a while ago they got rid of Rasul Douglas. But, I mean, nice pick. This is crazy. So their rumor right now is that there is, so Justin Fields is on the board. If the Broncos trade this pick for Aaron Rodgers to the Packers and something else, do the Packers select Justin Fields? I think they do, but we will check here in a minute about that. Gosh, I mean, J.C. Horn, all right, pick, but let's see what the Broncos do, because this could be monumental tectonic shifts on this next pick right here.
One of the top 2 consensus cornerbacks in this draft, 91.9 PFF grade over the last 2 years, the highest of any corner.
I don't dislike Patrick Surtain. It sounded like there was a possibility that they were going to get Aaron Rodgers. They got Patrick Surtain, again, solid player. You need to slow down people in that division. Last year they picked Judy. They get a whole bunch of receivers. They might get some DBs this year. I mean, I don't dislike the pick, but I feel like, man, if you could do anything you could, this pick was such an immense draft capital to go at Aaron Rodgers. If you could make the deal, you could make the deal. Again, no fault to Patrick Surtain, but I can't help but having that knowledge affect how I feel about this pick.
It's been reported that Devontae Smith is the guy the Eagles wanted to bring to the city of brotherly love. The Heisman winner last year obviously took off, absolutely had a sensational season with Mac Jones at quarterback. He had a 94.9 PFF grade, the highest of any wide receiver in college football last year, and the things that he put on tape.
He's not a 4-4
Devontae
guy.
Smith. I had them draft. I had them picking Jalen Waddle. They traded up for that. I mean, maybe that was what they had. I had the Giants at 11 picking Devontae Smith, so maybe they thought we got to get against the Giants.
He was 166
I mean,
pounds
gosh,
I mean, he's always been 166 pounds. This guy.
I'm okay with the pick. I like the pick. Obviously, it depends how much they traded up for it, but it sounds like it's only like a 3rd round pick. Maybe switch a couple later round picks. So Eagles get their guy, Burner, really good route runner. They need receivers, so love the value for the pick.
But gladly, the Chicago Bears are taking a quarterback.
They are taking Justin Fields.
All right, bro. That is the steal of the draft. They traded up. They gave up a 4 or in a this year and a 6 next year or something like that, and they gave up this one and then their 1 next year. So they basically lose 1 first-round pick. They can gather another pick later on in the draft maybe. So you give up 2 first-round picks to go from 20 to 11. Absolutely love this pick. The Bears have to be aggressive. This is a fantastic choice. Love Justin Fields right here. Love it.
On the yacht is Jerry Jones and now Micah Parsons. I guess Jerry Jones not on the yacht, or is that the yacht? Is that really his yacht?
So that's incredible value. Okay. Jalen Smith, Leighton Vander Esch, Micah Parsons. Again, hopefully that Leighton Vander Esch can play with some of his injuries and some of his issues. But I mean, gosh, this guy right here, I had him going way higher than people had him going. People had him going somewhere in like the 20s. I knew that this was going to be here. 12 is a little bit later than I thought he was going to go, but love the pick in terms of value. This is the only one of the few times where I'm like, you don't necessarily need a linebacker, but again, I think I need to stay true with what I have. He's one of the best players. Just pick the best player, okay? Love the value for this pick. So, looks like pick is in. Chargers pick Rashawn Slater. I'm pretty sure that I had them pick Rashawn Slater. I knew they were going to pick an offensive lineman here. Okay, great value. Their offensive line stunk last year. They got a good quarterback they could build around. Great value pick. I'm a Raiders fan. I hate the Chargers, but they did good. Elijah Vera Tucker, guard tackle hybrid from USC, goes to the Jets. They traded up for him. Minnesota trades down. I don't dislike that pick. I mean, I whether or not you have to trade up, I mean, you must really love Elijah Vera Tucker. Don't dislike it. I mean, offensive linemen, the great thing about them is if they don't work at tackle, you can always kick them into guard. They're pretty movable. They're pretty portable. They're usually safer picks. So trading up for an offensive lineman, don't hate it. We'll see what they had to get rid of, but I'll just say don't hate it. Probably a solid pick.
How do you like what I did there?
Smooth it out.
Had to smooth it out.
My God, the Pats picked Mac Jones. All right, so I mean, they really sold out with a lot of the free agency picks. They're picking Mac Jones. They see something they like there. So this means Jimmy G's not going to the Pats. So that is off the board. So, I don't know, man. It depends on what you think of Mac Jones. He's accurate. He runs your offense, and he's smart. Okay, he does all those three things. He's not a great athlete. He can't really move that much. Doesn't have a great arm. Doesn't have a bad arm. We'll see, man. I like the value at 15. They sat still and they took him at 15. Whether or not he's going to break out and do that, he, in my opinion, is the most likely to underwhelm of these candidates. Maybe not bust, but definitely just not present you with a dynamic player. But hey, Pats, they're making moves, baby.
Spotted out to lunch. Confirmed relationship between Zaven Collins and Vance Joseph. The Arizona Cardinals at 16.
All right, Arizona Cardinals pick Zaven Collins. Again, a big boy. I don't want to say 6'4", 260, something like that. Really big linebacker, really flexible. That division, man, you got to have big athletes. You got to have, freaks out there. They got Isaiah Simmons out there at linebacker too. I don't mind the pick at all. I actually really like that pick. I think it's a great value. You need defense in the division just because that division is going to be brutal.
In this draft, in that range, Dane Brugler of The Athletic sees him playing guard in the NFL. I think obviously the Las Vegas Raiders would look to play him at tackle.
So PFF guys didn't really like that. Alex Leatherwood, again, a little bit of a reach in the first round. We've seen this before with Mike Mack, where he kind of gets the guy he wants in the first round. Alex Leatherwood, more than likely right tackle only. They're probably going to keep Colton Miller at left tackle. I don't mind the pick. Am I as thrilled with it? Again, people have probably seen some stuff with Christian Darrisaw. We'll see what's going on there. But Alex Leatherwood, right tackle for them. Okay pick. I gave it 7 out of 10. Probably a C. But fills a need, so that's good. But again, do I think he's the best football player? Not necessarily.
The Miami Dolphins here are now on the clock, and they have had a very interesting draft so far. Obviously, the Miami...
All right, Miami Dolphins pick Jalen Phillips, edge defender. They needed an edge defender. I really like this pick. Local guy from Miami, played last year, solid. Can't fault the pick, right? We get later into this draft. The later part of the draft, it becomes more of a kind of a fielder's choice, what you like. I like Jalen Phillips, picked him, 6'5", 260, your boy can play. Don't mind the pick at all. All right, I'm currently stuffing my face full of pizza right now. The stuff's fire. But anyways, the next pick right here. So we have the Washington football team. They're picking Jamin Davis, pass coverage linebacker. Their defense was great, man. I mean, maybe it's just best player available. It might be a situation that might be addressing a need, but I don't mind this pick. They had the PFF guys have this as a little bit of a reach, but I'm okay. Jamin Davis, the pass coverage linebacker, so I don't mind the pick. But we will see what happens with them. So yeah.
Of the Giants offensive attack, Kadarius Toney, wide receiver from Florida.
Football Giants. Kadarius Toney, game breaker receiver. I had them getting Devontae Smith, I believe, in my mock draft. They trade back. Actually, Devontae Smith was picked at 12 where they were at, and they picked Kadarius Toney. Again, I think they still want receiver. They're like, yo, here's the situation. Like, Daniel Jones, you got all the weapons in the world, okay? If you can make this work, we know what to do. So Kadarius Toney obviously can fly. A little bit of a push off there on that little example, but don't dislike this pick. Don't dislike it at all.
Tackle later, or tackle here, receiver later.
I think the tackle is one of the better ones.
I have a surprise for all of you because they've gone neither, and it looks as though coming to St. Elmo's very soon will be Kwity Paye.
It's another need.
Kwity Paye, defensive lineman, really good athlete from Michigan. Love the pick. They need an edge rusher. They are trying to build a monster over there on defense. The Colts roster is really good. Man, we'll see what happens with Carson Wentz, but love this pick. He's going to have a whole bunch of single blocks he's going to go up against. Really like this pick so far here for the Colts.
Best player available, but it's a
Caleb
risk
Farley,
when they probably could have gotten other players that are sure to contribute.
Really athletic corner. They needed a lot of help at the defensive back. They had some concerns about some injuries with him. Let me mute these guys. My bad. We're late in this draft here. So Caleb Farley called it, went to the Titans, fills a need, solid player. He had the year off, but again, tall, athletic, fast. That's what they want down there in that division. All right, 23rd. This pick was acquired from Seattle. Actually, it was a trade back from it. But anyways, this pick, the Minnesota Vikings select Christian Darrisaw. Love the pick. Solid offensive lineman. Really, really smooth. They picking offensive linemen is never a bad idea. Really smooth left tackle. I know Riley Reef was on that team last year, left the team. Really good up front they are. That division is going to be a brutal black and blue division. Love this pick for them. All right, the pick is in Najee Harris to the Pittsburgh Steelers. So Najee Harris to the Steelers. Fills the need. He's a starter. Again, they're going to say poor here for the pick grade from PFF. But solid player. I mean, they need some offensive linemen, man. I don't know if I really love that pick. Running backs, he's solid. He's a great player, but you probably could have done something else. But can't hate it. Najee Harris, solid running back, can do everything great. So love the pick in terms of like the value. I feel like he's a great guy in terms of being able to catch the ball and things like that. But not sure if I love the value of the pick right here at 24.
Face his career. He's going to get Philip Lindsay. People forget Philip Lindsay, undrafted rookie running back for the Denver Broncos, rushes for over 1,000 yards, and in the following season, go to look to add Melvin Gordon and try and replace him. And that's exactly what's happening here.
Travis Etienne to the Jaguars. I mean, if they're going to run a run-heavy scheme, they already have James Robinson. It doesn't really make a lot of sense. I do feel like this is probably the situation where Urban Meyer is probably sitting there saying, I'm from college. We need 2 good backs, something like that. But it's like, hey, you can get a good back later, baby. Travis Etienne, I mean, a good third down back kind of guy, can catch the ball. Don't love this pick, but, who knows, man?
Before the draft, we ranked them as the second best roster in the NFL, believe it or not, PFF.com. Second best roster. And you look up and down, there's not.
All right, Greg Newsome, corner from Northwestern, good football player, goes to the Browns. Dude, the Browns, as much as people like to make fun of the Browns for many years, they've gotten every position, I feel like, right. They've done great. We'll see what Baker Mayfield does with this stuff, but there's no excuses at this point, man. The Browns are talented, man. I don't give a dang what anybody says.
Just like Keenan Allen. That's the pretty good.
All right, Rashad Bateman, wide receiver to the Ravens. Love this pick right here. They needed a receiver. They got a receiver. He's a possession receiver. I think I had him going actually a little bit earlier in the draft, but love this selection. Ravens did a good job. Ravens always pick the best player available. I do feel like this actually kind of feels a little bit of a need, but can't fault the pick, man. All right, so Peyton Turner goes to the Saints. So Peyton Turner, I got nothing, dude. Right here, he is projected as a round 2 pick. Preston Smith, really, really big. No. So Peyton Turner, I mean, he's all right. Looks like a little bit of a reach there, but they got the guy they wanted. Trey Hendrickson left in free agency, so fills a need. But again, like that, it's whether or not it's the right guy filling the need. I'm not a big fan of that pick right there.
And then we have at 29, the Green Bay Packers take Eric Stokes, the former Georgia cornerback. To start with Peyton Turner, 29, Eric Stokes Jr., a little background on him, former track star in high school, and you saw that at his pro day. He ran a 4.2, in the 4.2s, I think high 4.2s in his pro day, very fast player. And also the other thing, I think we've seen this with the corners selected in this draft, J.C. Horn, Patrick Surtain, and Eric Stokes, a ton of press coverage experience. All these guys have played a ton of press coverage.
So Packers pick Eric Stokes, 4.27 guy, really fast corner, press man experience. Don't mind that from a outside perspective looking in. He is rated as the overall 72 on the big board for PFF, so not a great value there. But again, end of the first round, it's always a fielder's choice here. So hey, fast guy, big division, don't mind the pick. All right, so the last 3 picks to have been picked here. So we have Greg Rousseau, edge defender from Miami, 6'7", huge wingspan. Showed up a little out of shape to his pro day. We'll see how that goes. I knew they were going to pick an edge defender. I had them picking Azeez Ojulari, but Greg Rousseau, really, really dynamic. At least frame. We'll see if he can get his ability back up again. The exact opposite in terms of athleticism comes to Jason Oweh, who ran somewhere in like a 4.3, some ridiculous number. So he goes to the Ravens, who just do a good job of collecting talent. They're like, what does this guy run? Freak athlete. Who cares? Make it work. And then the last pick here is the Buccaneers. Joe Tryon, defensive end from Washington. They don't have any needs. Okay, they're like, listen, what can we do? Who's the guy that could project to the future? Joe Tryon. I mean, it's really hard to knock any of their picks. They might have been able to do this or there. There was a rumor this would be a quarterback, but I don't mind this draft pick at all. So that is the draft. Had a ton of fun. I mean, gosh, I ordered Domino's while I was here. This was so much fun. So I think the big winners of the draft so far, initially just the first round, you got Chicago Bears. Okay, you give up 2 first-round picks and a couple late 4th and 5th round picks for a quarterback that you didn't think you'd have a chance at getting. They get Justin Fields. We'll see what happens with this Mac Jones pick. You know, I do think that's the great mystery. A lot of people think, oh, it's automatically Tom Brady. We'll see, my friends. I also think Penei Sewell was a solid pickup by the Lions. Again, if you have the best offensive lineman in the draft falls you at number 7, you just pick him. You don't think about it. The dude was 18 years old when he took the field against Oregon. When he took the field against Auburn a couple years ago. That year, he won the Outland Trophy. He took the field. He was 18. He turned 19 later on that month. So, freakish pick. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. That is my reaction video to the entire draft. Again, Monday, we will be coming out with the season outlooks for the teams. I'll most likely do some crappy teams first because you don't have to worry about the schedule with the crappy teams. But anyways, I will see you guys then. Have a good weekend.